Strong, I'm Smith, and today I'm back with 4 exercises, kettlebell exercises, that we're going to use for conditioning. Now, the great thing with kettlebells and what makes them so efficient is that you're going to get stronger no matter what exercise you use. But if your goal is to build your conditioning, your endurance, these 4 exercises are really great for that. Now, in the past, I've done an article for you guys on the or the two-handed swing, teaching you guys how to do that swing. So today we're going to move on to single arm swing, the single arm push press, single arm snatch, and single arm clean and jerk. I'm going to teach you each of those, but before we do that, let's talk really quick about how you program these into your workout depending on your goal. So if your goal is still to build a very high level of strength, or pure strength, you would want to do your strength work first. And then you can build these exercises into a circuit for a little more strength endurance, meaning heavier weight, a little bit lower reps, maybe a little bit longer rest. Then, if you want to program them as pure conditioning, I normally add them in as a finisher. So I'm going to go a little bit lighter weight, higher reps, nothing major, let's say maybe 10. Some of them swings you could go even higher than that. But the key is that you're doing longer work and shorter rest. So your work to rest ratio is longer work, shorter rest. As far as weights that you should choose, most females start some of these exercises with probably about 18 pounds if you're a beginner, and then go from there. So if you're intermediate, advanced, you could do a 12 kilo, 16 kilo, and then if you're really advanced and you've already been doing a lot of heavy work, you can go up even higher. 20, 24 kilo, 28 kilo, just depending on what your goals are. So again, today is more about conditioning. So let's talk more in that fashion from here on out. So it's more about building up your endurance. So I'm going to start with the single arm swing. You're going to approach the bell just like you would really for all the ballistics. They're all pretty much the same. It's all a hip drive. So you're going to hinge at the hips, be rooted to the ground. You're going to make sure that your shoulders are square, you have a nice flat back, and approach your bell. So from here, I'm gripping with one arm, I'm loading back, and I'm keeping my lat engaged for the duration of my swings. So it would look like this. Inhale, drive. Safely set it down. So that is your one arm swing, or single arm swing. The next exercise is the push press. Now, push presses can be pure strength building if you're going really heavy and really light on the reps, or you can do them lighter and faster. So this is what it's going to look like. The reason these are so great is you can get more weight overhead than you can in a military press because you're using your legs and your glutes and your hip drive. So you're going to clean the bell. I'm going to show you guys a cheat clean in case you're not familiar with the regular clean. So you grip the bell with both hands and bring it to the rack position with a nice vertical forearm. So ladies, kettlebell should not rest on breast tissue. It's just not safe for us. So make sure it's out to the side, not so far that it makes your elbow come in. This would be really dangerous. So make sure it's nice and vertical. If you know how to clean, approach the bell, hinge at the hips, clean to the rack. From here, you're going to dip and drive the bell overhead. Reset. Okay? Next is the single arm snatch. Snatching has a little bit bigger learning curve. If you try to rush to snatching too fast, most of the time, people will try to flip the bell and it'll bang their arm and leave a really bad bruise. And we don't want that. You should not be bruising your arms and snatching if you're using proper form. So for snatching, you should be coming a little more up the body with an elbow drive behind you and then punching. So basically you're beating the bell to the top so it doesn't come over and slap your arm. It would look like this. Approach the bell, hinge at the hips, load the lat, hike, now, just a quick tip, if you are moving on to double snatching, we do not throw the bell from the top when we double snatch. So what we would do is snatch, would be with 2 arms at the top. We would bring it back to the rack, then snatch again. So I just want you guys to know that if you are moving on to doubles, we do bring them to the rack versus throwing them from the top. It's just safer for your back. The last exercise for today is the kettlebell clean and jerk. Now, this has a little bit longer learning curve for most people. The reason is, unlike the push press, where we just dip and drive, the clean and jerk, you're gonna do that same dip and drive, but right as you get about eye level, you're going to drop underneath the bell. So when you do that, why that's such a big learning curve for most people is it's a separation. Your body's going down while your arm's going up. So as it gets here, you would separate underneath it. So just remember, push press, dip and drive, clean and jerk, dip, drive, and drop. You pause there for a second, and then you reset and go again. Would look like this. Again, start with the vertical arm, out to the side of your chest, dip, drive, drop. Hope you guys enjoy those. And remember, conditioning, bonus with kettlebells, is you're going to get strong no matter what while you're building your conditioning. So leave me some comments. Hope you guys enjoyed the article. Thanks.